we didn't miss. That would have been really like awkward. like wait.
You look at the elbow.
One of my students literally told me that, and I was like, what? How did I miss out on this knowledge?
Yeah.
Did you learn that in college?
I actually did.
Did you really?
I actually did.
The things you can learn in college. Hi. Okay, so welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha. If you're new here, if you're not new here, welcome back. I have my daughter. What's your name?
Haley.
Haley. And we're here today to talk about all things dual enrollment. So I'm going to give you a little background, and then we're just going to jump right in to kind of this discussion. Now, I've had a lot of questions about dual enrollment and people expressing their interest in hearing kind of from her and what dual enrollment has been like. And so we're going to touch on all things dual enrollment. So if you're unfamiliar with dual enrollment, what that is basically when you're in high school, if you take college classes while you're in high school, you can get both high school and college credit at the same time. In our particular county where we live, there is a program for the juniors and seniors. They can start their summer after their sophomore year. So where they can take 5 college credits per semester for free. Now, typically a class is 3 credits, some are 4. So if you do 2 classes, that would be 6 credits, and then we would just have to pay for 1. It is a priority for us to do college debt-free. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so this was a way where we can start to accomplish that. And even though we had to pay for 1 credit, sometimes she also was able to get
book scholarships, other scholarships that gave me money towards my classes.
Yes, and it didn't matter that she was a high school student, because as far as the college was concerned, like, they don't really care that she's in high school. And so she was eligible for those scholarships just like any other student. And she just had to like write little essays and things to get these scholarships. And so it was super easy, right? Yeah, it was super easy. So I mean, even, you know, if you're looking into programs you might have to pay for, it's still a much cheaper alternative to going to a university. And so anyways, let's jump right in. So that's like kind of how this works for us. So basically she goes to our local community college to earn college credit, is basically what dual enrollment is. Now let's just start the conversation with, why did you start this? Like, why did you start dual enrollment?
I started dual enrollment because I wanted to get a head start on my education and wanted to rack up credits towards my degree while being in high school. And it's a much cheaper alternative, like you mentioned, and I wanted to be able to just really have that head start on my education.
Okay. And so, now I think we're going to kind of address like the big overall concern, I guess, that I hear from a lot of homeschool moms, and that is that, you know, a lot of homeschoolers homeschool to kind of keep our, you know, our Christian worldview and everything we do and study. And of course, if you're going to a community college, that would be a secular school. And so I guess my question to you is, kind of what have been your experiences with that? Like with, you know, coming from a Christian homeschool to a secular college. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, there's definitely been certain things that I've heard that I haven't agreed with, and I think that comes with how much you allow yourself to put yourself out there and discuss with others and have different conversations with others on what they believe and whatnot. And but most of the classes that I have taken have been super just focused on what you're learning, and it's not up for discussion on different beliefs, and there's not much time for that discussion. But with that being said, it is a secular college, and you will hear things that you disagree with. And there's been those people that are super open about what they believe and will openly speak out on that, and you don't need to agree with them, but you also can't go into it being ready to have certain debates all the time with others that will just lead you down a rabbit hole. You need to be able to have that understanding of what you believe and go into it knowing what you believe.
So you need to be strong in your own beliefs. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So, was there anything that we did or didn't do to kind of prepare your worldview, you know, how you see the world, so that you could be, I guess, strong in your beliefs and your faith? Was there anything that helped, like, prepare you for that kind of, like, culture shock, I guess?
In our family, we've always been super comfortable with talking to each other on what is biblical and what we believe, and our understanding of our beliefs and practicing our beliefs. And so I grew up always having a strong faith and knowing what it is exactly that I believe, and spending time in my faith to grow in that and build a foundation for my own personal beliefs. And so I think when I was going into a secular college, I was able to really understand what it was that I believed, having been able to discuss so openly with my family on our religion.
Okay. So I'm hearing a lot of, like, you're saying, like, my personal beliefs and everything. So is there anything that the homeschool moms can do in regards to that, you know? Or is it something that's more like, as you grow older and become, like, an adult, you have to kind of take that on yourself? Like, what? So I guess it's kind of twofold. I don't know what I'm saying there. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think part of it, you do have to do yourself. You do need to know your own personal beliefs. That is a decision that you have to make yourself.
Right.
But growing up in an environment where the conversation of God is so talked about, and you hear that, being able to hear that and knowing what it is that your family believes, right? And knowing of a God, and knowing and growing up learning about him and who he truly is helps a lot.
Okay. So just being strong in your faith helps you being at a secular school?
Yeah, and for parents, I think teaching your kids who God truly is, so that way they don't have the world's view of who God is.
Okay.
Helps.
Okay, I like that.
Because the world views God differently than us Christians would, right? So hearing from another Christian who God truly is, instead of hearing it from the world, helps you have that understanding of God is gracious, God is merciful, God is all these things that God truly is, instead of hearing, well, God is just this leader that's just going to smite you if you do anything wrong, right?
Okay, so I think we're going down a rabbit hole. I think we could probably do a whole nother video on how, I'm thinking more video ideas, like how to develop your teen's faith, or I don't know, something like that. We'll have to do another video on that. So now let's go. Okay, so we kind of addressed that. So I guess the bottom line is that yes, there is going to be stuff you probably disagree with, probably don't want to hear, probably whatever.
Yeah.
But, so would you say that maturity plays into it too? That like the high school student needs to be mature enough to handle that, or do you think it doesn't matter?
No, I think they definitely do need to be mature enough to handle that.
So it kind of needs to be like a case-by-case basis of the kid?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we kind of addressed that, and so I don't know if that's going to put people's fears at ease or not, but, I mean, would you say kind of just like, if we're just going to give it like an overall picture, that your experience at the college has been good or bad?
It's been good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, would you say that like overall, because I know that was might be kind of like scary, like, oh, you know, but overall, like just like on your day-to-day basis at the college, like would you say, I think I know the answer to this, but tell me honestly, like would you say that it's like all like in your face secularism, or is it just kind of like everybody's doing their own thing?
No, everybody's doing their own thing.
That's yeah. So okay, so that's what I thought. That's what I've seen, you know, when I was there.
Yeah.
But now let's kind of delve a little bit away from that and kind of talk about more like the practicality of college and that sort of thing. So I think we'll take this in two parts. Like we'll talk about good first and then maybe bad second. I'll start with the good. Okay. So, or I guess what I'm going to say is there anything that you think really helped you in college, like in your academics, that we did in our homeschool, like before you went to the college? Like, was there anything in particular that you can think of that was like, yeah, that was good? And then after that, we'll talk about like anything we like, whoops, should have done that. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So good first.
So, there was the IEW class that I did.
Mm-hmm.
That really helped me with my going into the English classes at
your college. Yeah.
And just like going into that before, I didn't really like even really know how to form an essay, and then doing that class really helped me to be able to form a proper essay. And
she's talking about an IEW intensive class. I will, it was a live class. I will link the IEW website down below. I am an IEW affiliate, so if you do purchase anything from IEW, I do get a little commission, but I didn't pay her to say that.
No. The class was a good class. Really
yeah. Was. Okay, do you remember the teacher's name? Come on. Andrew.
Poudlois.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yes,
okay, that was a couple years ago, so I'll give you some grace with that. Okay, so, okay, so that's good. But can you tell me more, like, what did you get? Well, you said, I guess, that it taught you, like, how to write an essay. So, like, what, can you expand any more on, like, what you got from that class that helped prepare you for college? Or, like, why did it prepare you for your college English classes?
So it wasn't intensive, right? And so...
So it was intense?
it really was. It was. And you went over topics that you will see in college.
Okay. Okay.
So you would go over things like different formatting or how to form a proper essay. You went over grammatical detail. You went over all these things that matter when you go to college.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Was there anything else? I mean, and if there's not, that's fine. But was there anything else that we did in particular that like helped prepared you for college, or was it like writing the main thing?
I think really just being able to have, I'm trying to figure out the word I'm looking for. Being able to have a one-on-one help and conversation when I need it.
Okay.
On things really did help. Whereas in a school you don't get that as much.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because there's other students that you have to worry about as a teacher. So
Right.
being able to have that one-on-one helps a lot.
Okay. Was there anything that was like something that you wish you would have maybe done differently or would have been more prepared for in regards to going to college?
So I think having freedom with homeschool, you have so much freedom to do things your own way or to do a curriculum that works for you. Having to go into college where you have to do things a certain way and listen to somebody else on how to do something is something that is difficult to get used to.
Mm-hmm. Because I would say primarily you had a big say in choosing your curriculum and courses in high school. Yeah, and even before that. Yeah. Now let me ask you kind of more or less serious. Okay. Apparently I need to go to IEW class. Let me ask you some less serious questions, because that was like a lot of deep stuff right there. Yeah. What was like the best part about dual enrollment, like so far?
I feel like for me, there's been so many good parts about dual enrollment.
Okay.
I think you get an education. You get to, for one, have those start racking up those credits.
Yeah.
And so that's always a plus. But I think also, being able to grow your knowledge further while being in high school has been such like a big thing for me.
Because smart.
No, like just like there's been things that like I genuinely didn't know before going into dual enrollment, and learning these things have helped me with even my high school work.
What have you had any like embarrassing moments?
I definitely have.
Do you want to share any of them or no? I don't want to put you on the spot, even though I just put you on the spot.
No, I think mainly a lot of them have been because of my age. You know, going.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. But you want to tell this first, or you want me to?
I can tell this first. So, like, for example, like when people figure out my age, like they automatically assume that I'm like a super smart kid, and that I'm like super advanced in these things, right? Whereas I'm just here like everybody else, learning the same things they are, right? I'm just there to learn. But they just automatically think that I'm like this genius kid, right? So when figuring out my age, they're like, whoa, like, you're so young. How are you in college? Like, most of the
like, have none of them ever heard of dual enrollment? I'm so confused about this.
A lot of them haven't. Yeah. And it's not something that's really talked about because the college just sees you as another college student.
Yeah, they do. I will touch on that. The colleges do see them as another college student because, for example, even though she was underage and I'm her mother and legal guardian, and all of that, they wouldn't discuss her classes and things with me unless she signed some form giving them permission. So that is also something to keep, to be mindful of, is they are going to treat your child as a college student. So they should not go until they are ready to be treated as a college student. Like, there will be no mom calling the teacher. I mean, you handle.
Yeah, you handle everything. Yeah.
So there's none of that. So there is a definite like difference there. Like the college does not care if you're 16. Like, no, it doesn't matter. If you're enrolled there, you're treated just like everybody.
Yeah, and when you get enrolled, you're enrolled as a student. You're not enrolled as anything else. Like, on my student ID, you'll see it as I'm a student. Right.
Now, but I'll clarify that too, because when she, in her particular program when that she enrolls, there is, you know, a, they call it early college, and that box is marked, and then we have to fill out a form so she can get those credits for free. Yeah. So there's like an additional form you have to fill out. So, but that's really the only time that it matters is for those free credits. When she goes to register her for her classes, when she has her ID, when she's in her classes, none of that, like, there's nothing, you know, there's no like big flashing signs that say early college, or dual enrollment, like there's none of that. Like, nobody, even the professors, I don't think, know unless you tell them.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So, well, when you started saying this, it reminded me, I wanted to ask you about the social aspect, because, you know, homeschoolers are weird and unsocialized, right? Did you know that? Were you aware of that?
I am aware of that, yes.
Okay. So, and they eat Chick-fil-A every day.
I do.
I know. What do they need to check out? You know what I'm going to say?
The Homeschool Anthem.
Oh, yeah. Check out the Homeschool Anthem. That's like our theme song. Okay. It is so good.
It is so funny.
So good. They've got like, okay, so it's a song. It's on YouTube. I'm going to link it because it is so funny. It is like seriously true life. What is your favorite part about the Homeschool Anthem?
I think
mine's like when they're like doing like snow angels in the curriculum books on the floor.
My favorite is going to school in your pajamas.
Everybody's going in pajamas.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Or what was it talking about, like prom? Your brother is your dance partner. What it is? I don't know.
Oh yeah, like having it in the basement.
Yeah. It's like super stereotypical. Like, yes, it's you know, it's a comedy, guys. Comedy. It's not serious.
Yeah.
Except for the Chick-fil-A part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're just saying, you know, another side note, a caveat. Okay. Anyway, so when we were registering her for graduation, I thought it was so hilarious because it had all these examples of how they wanted you to specifically capitalize and word different things. You know where I'm going. So it was really funny because it was saying like teen packed. And it, you know, wanted it like as one word with the P cap, whatever, right? And Abeka, you know, because some people like write a space, some people don't write a space, you know, whatever. So they had these certain ways they wanted you to write everything, so that way it was all uniform and all that. And one of them was
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, like, I was like, seriously right now? Like, Chick-fil-A is on the thing? Like, that is true! It's true!
It is true.
Can't even deny that all the homeschoolers go to Chick-fil-A, huh?
This is true.
Can't deny it.
Can't.
Okay, so we should do a video on homeschool stereotypes. Like, like how true they are. We should like rate them.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, but not right now. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, so the social aspect. So, you know, because homeschoolers are weird and unsocialized. So would you say that you were unsocialized when you got to college? Were you seen as the weird unsocialized homeschooler? Yes, no. You were, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. Nobody, unless you tell them, they don't know that you're a homeschooler.
Yeah.
Right? So unless you mention it, nobody's going to see you differently. Yeah. For my first day throughout is where I'm at now. Unless I told somebody that I was a high school student doing dual enrollment, nobody knew. Mm-hmm. And And even when they found out, nobody cared, right? You're not seeing any different. You're doing the work that everyone else is.
Rate it 1 to 10. I'm putting you on the spot. I don't know why I keep doing this either.
You just really want me to hold a microphone.
I do. Yeah. I should have brought. I don't have enough subscribers to afford professional microphone equipment. So if you want me to have professional microphone equipment, you should probably subscribe and like this video. you have, oh yeah, I got it for. Did you get it for Christmas?
No, I bought it.
Oh, she bought it. She's so good with money and buys things herself. Okay.
1 to
Dave
10.
Ramsey taught you that, I'm sure.
1 to 10. I'd say.
You seriously have a microphone I could have been borrowing this whole time?
I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
I'd say
like your overall experience of dual enrollment, like rate that 1 to 10, like 10 being missed.
Honestly, it's high numbers up there, I think. I think
What's high?
probably like I don't want to say 10 because there have been certain things that, you know, I haven't really liked.
Not everybody can be 10 like me, I get you. So not all experiences can be a 10.
I had to adapt to certain things, right? So
Okay, that's fair.
having to adapt to certain things and just it being different, I wouldn't say it's a 10, but I'd say probably I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. 9. Yeah, it's really good experience.
Good experience. So, I think you made it sound kind of bad at the beginning, but you like maybe redeemed it. I don't know. No, but I appreciate your honesty and
I hope that I did a good job at really explaining what I wanted to say.
Yeah, no, I think you did. Let's give her a thumbs up. Right? Yeah.
Trying to get the
shameless plug. Go watch my video about me trying coffee for the first time. She is my witness. Have I ever drank coffee before?
Never.
Before that video? No.
Never.
My kids were all like, you did what? Huh?
It was surprising.
Surprising. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not above a shameless plug. Like, no. No. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and seriously, make sure you give this video a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This channel is all about homeschooling. Specifically, if you want to see more of these interviews with a homeschool graduate, that's this person right here, then definitely give it a thumbs up so I know. That will tell me, like, yes, we are interested in this content. Typically when I have done high school related content, it doesn't get a lot of views, and I'm not sure why, because when I go to some other channels and I see the feedback there, like, oh, there's not that much high school content on YouTube, I'm like, what? Anytime I make one, it doesn't get a lot of views. So it could be.
That might just be because there's not that many high school homeschoolers.
Yeah. I think you're probably right in comparison to people who homeschool elementary school. Yeah. That sounds like another video. You're making videos all day long for me. So, how do you feel to do your first YouTube interview?
Feel good.
Is it a 9?
It's a 10.
Oh, it's a 10. Okay, we're doing good. All right, high five. I'm glad we didn't miss. That would have been really like awkward. Like wait.
You look at the elbow. And that's how you.
Oh, I almost missed that time. One of my students literally told me that, and I was like, what? How did I miss out on this knowledge?
Yeah.
Did you learn that in college?
I actually did.
Did you really?
I actually did, yeah.
Who told you that?
One of my friends.
The things you can learn in college. Okay, wait, let's try. Okay, my hand was a little off. Oh, that's good. Hold on. Oh, wait, this is good. Okay, one more. That's super weird! Okay.
The video's getting long.
Bye.